It was January 26th. It was 1 month before war started.
I think only about my family and what will be in future, because my city is not so far from Russia.
I woke up at 5 a.m. because the missile explodes right next to my window, like in 1 kilometer, I think.
It was on the news. We kind of were given information about it, but I don't know if we knew the extent and the depth of the problems that existed in our country. I'm George Pincock. I'm the head track and field and cross country coach here at Texas A&M Commerce. Yeah, so we're located roughly an hour and 15 minutes outside of Dallas, northeast. We're a small country town. You know, the town itself has just over 11,000 people. The campus itself is a great size. It's not too big, it's not too small. You're able to travel from one end to the other within probably a 15-minute walk.
You need water? Okay. You too? Can you bring any water? Yeah. Okay.
I don't love to do the water boy part, but you know, sometimes it's just the way things like work out. Like today I really wanted to have a great practice. I wanted them to feel good about what they were doing, and I knew it was going to be difficult, and that was going to make them feel a little bit better. Like, so I had to get done, and it's easy. My favorite thing about coaching is just to be able to connect with people, to help them realize their potential and to take the steps towards success, and you know, figuring out exactly what that looks like along the way. I think that's something that is very important to me, is to be able to connect with each student athlete, to get to know them as a person, to know what their strengths are, to get to know what their worries are, and just to be able to kind of monitor their body language and their interactions on the day-to-day, and to be able to help them in whatever way I can. So I'm very personable. I joke with a lot of the student athletes. They joke back. They make jokes about me, and that's okay. Like, you know, at the end of the day, we're in this together, and we're doing it to help one another. You know, for a lot of them, you know, this is a home away from home, especially our international kids. They've sacrificed a lot. They've left their family, they've left their friends, and most of them come here with, you know, two suitcases that are 20 kgs, and that's a lot, and that's all they have with them. So if I can be close with them and I can help them feel comfortable here, then that's what I want to do.
Hi, my name is Mariana Shostak. I'm from Ukraine, and I'm a runner. I do 400 and 4x4. honestly, I didn't like physical culture classes at all. Like, I was hiding in the bathroom, and my dad was like, why you're not super active child? But then one coach from sports school that was like near my house, he noticed me at the like physical culture lesson, and he said that I'm pretty fast and probably you should try track sometimes. So I came there like twice and I still didn't like it. I said, no, I'm not gonna do that. But then we had like school competition, and I won them. And I just kept going, and then I was like, okay, I like it, and here I am. I like our team. I think we are pretty friendly, especially when we do workout together. We always worry about each other. We always ask each other, how are you? You need help? Shaking each other's legs. And I like it about us. And we like travel all together for competition. And I think we communicate good because we all are athletes, so we understand each other the best. I love that Ukrainian people got here because it's the same mentality and we understand each other so good. Sometimes I just want to relax and speak my language, and Ukrainian people gave me this opportunity. So we can speak our own language and it's super good. I just like to spend time with them because I feel it's just my people.
So today, as I mentioned yesterday or the day before, we're going to focus on jumping from short approach today. Decent amount of jumps, working on your feet under you, lift off, take off, set up, leg.
I'm Veronika Kramarenko. I'm high jumper. I'm from Ukraine, Zaporizhia. I started track and field at 10 years old, and I started high jumping at 15 years old. I like jump to feel like when you fly over the bar. It's the best feeling. When you clear the bar, the best feeling.
But you don't count those numbers, do you? Pretty good? Yeah.
And my name is Nikita and I'm from Ukraine. I'm doing pole vault for 10 years. It's the biggest part of my life, I think, for now.
It was January 26th. It was 1 month before war started. I didn't feel anything bad coming, and I couldn't expect anything because I think all the people, they didn't expect anything like that. And it was just my plan to be here. Like, I was always planning on being in America for track, and I didn't feel anything like bad coming to Ukraine, no.
You know, our first Ukrainian student athlete was Mariana, and as she was preparing to come here kind of in the last few weeks, it was on the news. We kind of be given information about it, but I don't know if we knew the extent and the depth of the problems that existed in her country. I'm glad that she made it here, and she was probably here for 2.5 weeks before the first real initial news that her country is being invaded by another country was released.
Probably first 3, 4, 5 days, it was just shock. What's going on? And I called my parents a lot, and they tried to calm me down, like everything is okay, and they were so happy I'm here. They were so happy that I didn't stay there at that time. And yeah, I was maybe panicking inside, and it was the time of indoor season, the competition started, and I couldn't really concentrate on competition. It was pretty hard time. And also Coach P, he supported me, he understood all the situation, and that I can stay focused on competition right now.
Yeah, I couldn't ever imagine putting myself in her shoes, arriving to a country and then 2 or 3 weeks later finding out that my country was being invaded and at war with another, and my family was there. But I think she handled it the only way she knew how. She was trying to connect with the people that she loves in her country.
With the time, I learned how to keep my emotions inside and do my job still, because I think if I'm here like so far away from home, the best I can do is to do my job and compete for Ukraine, compete for my country, do my best, be the best at my job, and by competing for my country I will bring wins, I will bring recognition, I will bring the best that country can get from sport.
I see on my phone and I have a lot of notifications and I don't understand why, and I see that a lot of people ask how I am, and I don't understand why. What's going on?
I woke up at 5 a.m. because the missile explodes right next to my window, like in 1 kilometer I think, and nobody understand what is happening now, and it was scary, really scary.
I think only about my family and what will be in future, because my city is not so far from Russia, and I don't understand what it will be. Maybe my city will be in occupancy, and I have to think what will be with my life, not about of sports.
And we had to train in the forest or in our garden because I live out of city. I have been training in my on the road right behind my house, and it was hard because I didn't jump for 3 months because of it.
And we start to train in park, but it was like some running, maybe usual exercise for strength, but nothing like for high jumping, because we don't have in my city opportunities to jump. And if I want to jump, I have to go to the other city, but it's unbelievable because it's war, and I have to be at home with my family.
Yeah, you know, like we wanted to do what we could to help, obviously. You know, the nature of our sport doesn't allow us unlimited positions for people, and we have to be calculated how we use and allot scholarships, but you know, we knew that those two were student athletes that we wanted to get on campus, and we wanted to provide the opportunity to be here and to be part of our team, and to get out of the situation they were facing at home. And it was more difficult to get them here than to get Mariana. You know, they had to go to a different country to receive their visas. They had to get clearance. There was a few extra steps along the way for them, but I'm just happy we were able to get them here.
We had an idea to try to become students in United States. It was our own idea, but in few months our athletic federation started the program. So Scholar Book helped people to come here and become a student athlete.
They flew in at different times, on different days, and just to see them kind of come together and give each other a hug and look each other in the eyes was really a special moment for me and for our staff, to just see kind of this sense of relief that we made it here, and now we can focus on school and we can focus on training, and we're not just facing that constant shadow of war that's on their country.
I like Coach P. Coach P is the nicest coach I've ever met.
Coach P also a very good person, very kind. It's like a parent for all of student athletes' family.
He supports every athlete. He always asks us how we feel, what is our goals.
He remember all of us, help us every time if we have a problem. We just can ask him for help.
And it's like coach and friends at the same time, because you can tell him like anything you want, and he will always understand.
Sometimes I think he's a robot. You can ask him something in the middle of the night, like message, and he will answer you in few minutes, and that's impressive.
And I feel like he takes his job not like as job, he takes it as like important part of his life, because he has big team, he knows that he has to take care of that, and it's just his life, and I like that in him.
They're each special in their own way. Yeah, I think Veronica's special because she is, in my mind, a true student of the sport. I remember her second day here, moving her into her dorm and showing her things on campus, and we're walking around campus, and this is, her first couple hours on campus, and she's watching a high jump competition. I expect her to improve immensely. She has a great skill set, a great understanding of the event, and I'm sure that working with Coach Light, that those two are going to help each other grow, and she'll be a contributor, at the Southland Conference Championship, and put herself in a position that one day she can be competing for national championships and national level. Nikita is a technical master. I think he has a great understanding of pole vault. He's done it a long time, and he knows how to really almost kind of coach himself. And that's not something a lot of student athletes can do. But Nikita knows and can communicate about what's happening while he's vaulting. Nikita is very serious. He means business, but I like it. He's very straight-faced, and he'll look you in the eyes and tell you exactly what the answer to the question is. So I value that in a person. Like, he's all about business. One thing that makes Mariana special as an athlete is she's very, very intentional about what she does. She comes to practice every day with the knowledge that she wants to make a career out of doing this sport. And she's not afraid to kind of go to really great lengths to secure that for herself. And she's still taking courses online back home. So she's working hard. But above all else, I just expect her to enjoy her time. And I think if she can enjoy her time and train the way she knows how to train, she's going to continue to improve and have season bests and personal bests along the way.
I can't stop just because the war or something. I'm doing it, I love it, and I will continue doing it.
I want to say thank you to all my coaches and my parents, that they gave me a big support and they gave me understanding why I'm doing track and for what I'm doing track.
I want to say thank you for my coaches, for my coach from Ukraine, for my friends, family, and everyone who defends our country in this moment.
Yeah, 20 years from now, I hope they can look back on this and just say, you know what, I was surrounded by people that cared about me, that wanted nothing but the best for me, and that's all. I have no doubt that they're gonna be great athletes, that they're gonna do great things, but I just want them to know that they're loved, that they're cared for, and we have every desire to see them happy in life. And I think all student athletes deserve that too, you know. And ultimately knowing that will allow them to treat and help other people in similar ways down their life. And then, you know, something that was kind of unique, that same year, just 2 weeks later, at our NCAA Division II National Championship, our women's 4x4 had qualified, and on the final day, the other three girls, one from Sweden, one from France, one from Italy, without telling Mariana, they all had a little Ukrainian face tattoo. They wore a blue and yellow ribbon and a blue and yellow bracelet on their wrist, and they came to the call room, and that was kind of the first time Mariana had saw that. Everyone was kind of in tears at that moment.
I was so happy about it, and it was so touching. And I realized that I love my friends, especially my international friends, because they took like everything. They took the situation on themselves, and they support me so much, and I appreciate it so much.
I have a habit of kind of writing a little message on their hand at big meets just to kind of take their mind off the pressure of the race. But everyone got the same message that week in their own language. I had to learn French, I had to learn Swedish, but that message that week was love. And to me, that was kind of a great example of love from teammates at the highest competitive level. They really cared about someone.